Okay, news will just get crazier and crazier, and the politics, the government, it doesn't matter which country you are, they will start to make weird statements, weird decisions. And one of our academy members, she asked such a beautiful question. She asked, how can we respond properly to that? Not from panic, but from dignity, from love. How can we hold love while at the same time respond properly to the weird things that are going on? And at the same time, she felt for a long time she wanted to move into decentralized communities, completely live self sustainable with other people. But she didn't want to start all of that alone. She wanted to start it with a group of people. And I believe many, many humans are in that same intention. They might see the news, they might see things, but they also don't want to act on panic. It was such a beautiful question. I want to share the answer with you because of her question, we started to open the records of politics, we started to open the records of community, and we asked, how can people move in this new way? How can people move out of love? How can people respond properly? So this is a direct channel from the Akashic records that happened in the Sacred Alignment Academy. Enjoy. Yes, dear ones, we are completely aware of the different movements that are currently going on in political systems, how humans are reacting on that, and how there has been for the last more than 50 years an increase in living self-sustained and decentralized. That is all beautiful in their own right, and it highly fits your current astrological saga, as some people call it, the age of Aquarius. Others call it the Yugas, and there are many different names for the big cycles that are playing multiple millennia year long cycles that are playing and have certain dynamics with it. If you zoom out, you will see that you're moving from a long era, multiple thousands of years, where people thought the power was outside of them, in churches, in governments, in kingdoms, and you are realizing and remembering that the power is actually inside. And every person has the power, the creativity, the intention, the ideas, the imaginations to change. This is all beautiful, and it's part of your current transition into the new age. So, moving with that is 100% something beautiful. But, like you so beautifully suggested, how to do that from great frequencies, not from frequencies of panic and haste and disgust and some kind of urge to really move fast. That's beautiful, and that can be done. So, we would love to speak specifically to that. Now you know that it is great to move in that direction. Yes, it is also great that certain news flashes like this can put some extra motivation inside of you so that you're not sitting still, so that you make sure you are proactive instead of passive when it comes to these kind of intentions that are in your field. So, yes, this news message and this decision can be a great motivator and a great activator. That's one of the shifts that you're already making. But when it comes to the emotion, we want to say a couple of things. We read at the moment through your energy field that you're not only reacting to the message itself, but you are reacting to the many humans that are reacting to the message. In simple terms, you are sensitive and you're not only feeling your own thinking and feeling, you are also feeling how your collective around you is feeling. That is also good. It is not bad to be sensitive, actually. It is the most beautiful way to live, but also it's not the easiest. Because when you're shut down from all the emotions of others, it's quite enjoyable and silence. But once you all of a sudden feel a whole nation reacting, yes, that is intense. So, our first step in reacting from the right way is to thank your sensitivity for feeling. Just say to your sensitivity, thank you, my senses. Thank you, my emotional antennas. Thank you for allowing me to feel the state of humanity. Thank you for being a great receiver. But you're not only a receiver, you're also a sender. So the next thing would be, what would you love to send to yourself and to the rest of your country? Now, first of all, news and politics are very volatile. And if a government makes a very wrong decision, people will still have a higher power. If enough people disagree, it will never go according to this plan. Only if there is a higher power that really wants to push through, it might. But in this situation, we feel that that decision, even though they make it look final, and the emotional reactions that you feel make it look final, it is not final at all. There is a lot of room to play and a lot of dynamics being made. So, what would you love to send? Now, we would love to suggest a couple of options that you can send. And you send things by fully feeling and embodying it in your body. Here are a couple of suggestions. You can send, it is going to be all right. The government will realize that it is a very stupid decision to make this ID as a complete prerequisite to live in this country. They will see and realize their mistake by the reaction of the people. They will open their awareness. They will be more connected with love than control. So you might just choose to be in a state of being where you live in a country with a beautiful government that is based in love. You might choose to be in a country where you are feeling safe and supported, where you feel your privacy is respected. You might feel that you are living in peace, living in great support. Now, when you choose to embody these states of being, it doesn't matter what the government does, your life will bring you to such a situation. So there are, in a way, multiple scenarios here. But when you start embodying, it's gonna be all right. I'm supported. I'm peaceful. I am in love with where I live. I am in great joy with my surroundings. All of my surroundings also are in great joy. It doesn't matter which outer reflection will fulfill that, but you can trust that it will be fulfilled. What we mean with that is, yes, your government might change. Yes, your reality might change, because you are a reality changer and creator. You can shift to parallel universes and make that universe your new home. So there is a universe where this political situation becomes final, and there are also many universes where it's not. And you can just say, I'm going to live in that universe. Now you will notice that in a couple of days and weeks, you will start to see reflections of this universe coming into your life and into your reality. Governments might retract. You might see different things happening. And at the same time, groups of people with the same initiative of living in community, living together, buying land, including a couple people that have the funds to do so, might appear in your field. So it really starts from embodying what you truly want and also what you truly wish. So if you're all in panic and you feel the urge to need because the government is doing something bad, that is living in anxiety and panic. That is also embodying anxiety and panic. That is never a great state to make decisions from. Rather, feel 100% and then ask yourself, but what do I wish? What do I want to send? And based on these answers, like feeling supported, feeling safe, self-sustainable, everything is arranged, all of the plans are coming easy, the networks that I like to co-create and live with come easy to me. People with the same dream are constantly being surrounded. I'm constantly surrounded by these beautiful humans that are all thinking in a similar way about how to live and how to sustain and how to care for each other. Be in that state. And then, if you still feel from that state it's a good thing to move, allow the motivation to move you. But make sure your emotional state is a good place first. Why do we say this? We say this because we see that your reality, even though not so visible, is completely based on vibration. Completely based on vibration. Therefore, vibration can be very linked to TV channels or radio channels, because literally they were received for a long time by a different set of wavelengths and vibrations. So one thing is to hear the radio, not listen to what you like, but still continue to listen to the radio and see if you can change your reality. Or you hear the radio, you don't listen what you like, you first make sure you put it to a vibration where you love what you hear, and then change your reality. This second option, where you first change your vibration and then your reality, is so much easier. Takes so much less effort and energy than people that keep on listening to the radio with the bad frequencies and somehow try to get out of their situation. It's incredible that this is not taught in schools, but it will happen in a couple 100 years. In some schools, it's already happening now, but it will become common knowledge in the next couple of 100 years. For now, in your time space, you need to take responsibility of your own vibration. And for people that never learned that before, it is time. So think about that. Think about, first of all, a state where everything is going to be all right. Feel that state. Think about there is enough time. There is an abundance of time. There is an abundance of resources. There is an abundance of connections and ways to connect. That already might lift a little bit of weight and relax your body a little bit more. And from that state, you might continue to add. I wish that our government has an increase in awareness. I wish that they have an increase in love, that they have heart opening. I wish they have an increase in listening to their people and admitting that they are also human and they can make mistakes. I wish that our people are able to also handle their emotions with love and they feel what is best. And I wish that my people also have the abilities to change the way they want to change and to react in their highest to these messages. And just constantly be in that frequency. It might not immediately be there, but if you are allowing your imagination to go there, if you're allowing your words and your thoughts to go there, you will soon notice that also your body, your vibration will go there. This is the tuning of the radio. This is you changing vibration. Thoughts, feelings, actions, your imagination, your ideas, your wishes to others, your wishes to yourself, you imagining your ideal environment as if you're already there now, not somewhere in the future, no, right now, right here, are great ways to tune your radio. And from that state, you can still call someone and talk about whatever you want to talk about. You can still call someone and say, hey, actually, the government's decisions made me reflect. And first of all, I send a lot of awareness increasing wishes to them, but I also feel motivated to take responsibility and take my living situation in my own hands. And do you know more people that would love to live on a land together and be self-sustained? That's a whole different message than when you're still in the panic. And it's hard for us to imitate panic because it's not existing in our vibrational field at all. But we will try. It will be a conversation like this. Oh my God, I cannot believe what the government has been doing right now. And I really want to leave and I really want to sell my house and I don't know what to do. And please, do you know anything what to do? Do you also want to go? Look, there is so much uneasiness in that message. That's even if somebody is still peaceful, they might receive that message and they will also get uneaseful. They also get a little bit icky and feel discomfort. That's not a place where you want to create from and co-create from and collaborate from. That's why it is so important, even in the small action of just connecting with someone, that you first change your radio tuner in the right direction. So, practice with that. It is easier than you think. It might all sound very high and vibrational, but it is in your nature to do so. It is very natural to do so. And you see it in children. Children can go from complete crying states where their whole world seems to fall apart to complete playfulness. 2 seconds later, they can easily switch their vibration. And adults actually still have the same power. It's natural. You do it by words, actions, perspectives, imaginations, actions. Allow yourself to take control and point all of these, in the direction that you wish to live in, instead of in the direction that you want to move away from. And only use the urgency or the seeming urgency of this message to allow yourself to be proactive and motivated. That is the best way that humans can handle such situations from our perspective. Thank you for watching this channel, and let me know in the comments what you think, if there is any situation that showed up in your own life where you might want to apply this. I believe it really points us towards our power, our strength. And that's what's so beautiful, in my opinion, about the Akashic Records, is that it always points us to that direction. If you want to start doing what you love, based on spirit, based on listening to yourself, I have an incredible academy called the Sacred Alignment Academy. The link is down below. It will make sure you get paid clients doing what you love. And after paid clients, it will make sure you can completely stop working for somebody else and start doing your own practice or building your own team, having your own systems in place so that you can sustain yourself and your family, doing what you love, doing what you came here to do, aligned with your soul's intentions. It's what I call the sweet spot. And I believe it's one of the most beautiful places to live. So join us by the link below. And I'm looking forward to see you in the next video.